Alright, for this video, I'm going to talk about the best exotic relics in the game and how to choose them. Basically, these are the two possible best relics you can get. They're the Tactigon and the Ring of Nebulong, with the passive perks from the damage buff as well as the defense buff relic stacked onto them as well. Generally speaking, I think the Ring of Nebulong is the one you want to go with. Despite what it says at the top, it'll increase your orbs by about 50%. It can change how many intrinsic orbs you need to overcharge, which is very useful. And it multiplies with the rampant assistance for your heroic orbs. It can mean your orbs go from, instead of 3 times as much, 4.5 times as much, which is really, really good for your heroic orbs. And despite what it might say on the Resolve of the Inhandler for the damage buff perk, it's only a 10% crit chance, but it's still very good. It'll make your damage buff and defense buff go from 12 to 16 seconds. Those are the passive perks, which are very useful. You get both of them at the same time, too. The other option is the Tactigon. You get 10 Might, 10 Valor, and despite what these say, they're only 10%. It's 10% extra damage to enemies who have a status effect on them, which is okay, and 10% status buildup, which is pretty weak. And this is also, I would say, Quell is weaker than the Cornucopia, although neither are insane. Generally speaking, the Ring is much better than the Tactigon, but for certain classes, like maybe Thor, someone who doesn't really make any orbs, the Tactigon is probably the way to go. And how do we get it? Well, obviously you're going to need the Defense Relic, the Sacred Nornstone of Obsidian Spirit, and the Damage Buff Relic, the Sacred Nornstone of Lethal Will. And here's how to do it, but I'm going to have a video demonstration going through the process if you're curious how to do it. And the passives from both relics will stay with the Ring. Also, if you want to switch, you can just switch Tactigon and Ring. Between the Tactigon and the Ring of Nebulong, and those extra perks, the damage buff and defense buff relic perks, will stay, so you don't have to worry about that. Alright, and let's demonstrate how to do it. Alright, in this video, I'm going to demonstrate how we're going to equip the passive perks from the damage buff relic and the defense buff relic onto another relic, which is usually going to be the Ring of Nebulong. So, check out our character. We have the Ring of Nebulong equipped. What you're going to want to do is equip the damage buff relic, and then just load into the mission after we equip the relic.
AIM has a set of turbines powering one of their emergency generators. Disable them.
Alright, now that we've loaded into a mission, what we're going to do is simply activate the relic, switch to the Ring, and reload the checkpoint. Let's do that. Activate the Ring. The damage buff relic. Switch to the Ring. Reload the checkpoint.
AIM has a set of turbines.
That's all there is to it. Next, we're going to do this basically the exact same thing for the defense buff relic. So let's do that. First thing you want to do, head back to the Quinjet. Alright, we're going to do basically the exact same thing to apply the defense buff relic to the Ring. So, onto our character, we're going to equip the defense buff relic before we load into a mission, and then just load into a mission. Here we go.
AIM has a set of turbines powering one of their emergency generators. Disable them.
Alright, now that we've loaded into a mission, we're basically going to do the exact same thing. Just pop the defense buff relic, switch to the Ring, and reload the checkpoint. Pop it. Equip the Ring. Reload the checkpoint. That's all there is to it, and it will work for every class.
AIM has a set of turbines powering one of their emergency generators. Disable them.
And I'm going to also show it at action. Show the various perks working.
Oh, you...
Alright, here we're going to demonstrate it in action. We got the reactive damage buff, as well as the Ring, and the crit chance is 34.7. Now let's get hit. As you can see, it gets us 16 seconds, and the crit chance, 44.7. We got the extra 10%, so it works with the ring. Now let's test out the defense buff. As you can see, we got the 16 seconds, so it works for both. Also, if you don't want to use the ring, you can switch to the Tactigon. Generally speaking, the ring is much better, but let's show that off. Go back to the damage buff. We got our 16 seconds and that extra 10% crit. Now let's put the defense buff back on. Hey, it works. So here we got it working in action.